Exactly a year ago at San Francisco, we introduced this new division at Microsoft called the Microsoft AI in the Research. And we actually have the mission to democratize AI for everyone. So it has been a very exciting year. 2017 has been, we expected and they delivered to be a very exciting year. So I'm here to share some of the progress with you. I appreciate this opportunity to show you especially some very practical ways that AI is helping everyone to improve our lives. So everyone is talking about AI nowadays, but AI is really not new. AI was really really the ultimate goal that for brilliant minds, people like Alan Turing, those people imagine that someday if we have this unbelievable computing power, what could we really do? The first thing that Alan Turing really imagined was doing AI, is really mimicking human intelligence. And at Microsoft, our very own Bill Gates, when he created Microsoft Research 26 years ago, he imagined that someday computers could see, hear, talk, and understand the human beings. That's really generalized AI. And AI is now happening fast. Why is that? To me, it's really three forces that are converging to make this thing happen. It's really the big data, more and more with the web, with IoT and everything, and massive computing power, especially with the cloud. But most recently, especially with breakthrough algorithms like deep learning or deep neural nets, that really moved AI from the labs to the mainstream. So today we are going to talk to you about everyday AI. It's really, the AI is available, to everyone, everywhere, and whatever you do, in your personal and professional life. So how AI is going to help. But in many ways, if you just read articles in the general press, AI probably has gotten a bad reputation because much of the AI discussion is about humans versus machines, but not enough about AI potentials. We know AI will transform every business, help every life, and potentially solve some of those societal challenges that we all face. And you might ask that all sounds great, but what about the Microsoft AI? What's so unique about what we do at Microsoft about AI? Well, we believe that AI comes down to one thing: people. AI will amplify human ingenuity, making people the heroes and driving a healthy connection between humans and the machines. That's what we believe at Microsoft. After all, that's really about the Microsoft's mission. That is, empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. Now I would even add, with AI. It's really a powerful mission. And not too long ago, our CEO, Satya Nadella, shared our worldview. That is the intelligent cloud and the intelligent edge infused by AI. In a way, it's really about ubiquitous computing and the ambient intelligence finally happening with PCs, phones, and more IoT devices. Just imagine that you walk into any room, you walk to a speaker, you walk to a screen, or you don't even realize that those things are happening, existing in the room. Then you can already talk to Cortana to get things done. Maybe across the room with the help of far-field cameras and the far-field speakers. So our goal is really to help everyone, everywhere, and take advantage of AI every day. So that is exactly why Satya and I actually created our AI in the Research division a little over a year ago. It has been a really exciting year, and with more than 8,000 researchers and engineers working together very closely, we're making great progress. And in particular, we leverage the talent and the technology coming out of our Microsoft Research labs by accelerating the cycle from research to the product. And take a quick look at the video about some exciting things that we have been doing last year. Actually, how we even help people, without the voices, how they can communicate using AI. And clearly, I could use some help here too. So, yeah.
Back in the middle of our products and into the hands. It's great to see ideas and technologies that have come smack in the middle of our products and into the hands of our users.
You have lunch with Tony at CJ's from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m.
It's changing the way that we work with the land, and it's changing the way the land works for us.
Top and left edge is not visible. Hold steady. Lease agreement.
Hey, Cortana, what's my schedule today?
AI is going to change everyday life. Our goal is that we make it a lot better for people.
Well, this is, of course, just a small sample of so many things happening in Microsoft AI and R. And I want to explain to you those areas that we actually make investments. There are really 5 things that we do in Microsoft AI and R. And we started with Microsoft Research and with a lot of groundbreaking AI technologies there. Then we build a lot of AI products, products like Bing and Cortana, helping you with everyday lives. And we're infusing AI into all Microsoft products, with Windows and Office and many others. And we built AI platforms. It's really truly a cloud and AI platform that we can help Microsoft developers and the partners to build their AI applications. And we also see incredible opportunities there with AI solutions. Practically, every vertical industry is going to be disrupted, whether it's healthcare or transportation, and every horizontal business processes, whether it's marketing, sales, or customer support, and will be disrupted by AI. So we see incredible opportunities there. But let me first of all show you a few highlights, the coolest technology we have developed from MSR, Microsoft Research, getting into the real products. The first example I want to talk to you is on speech recognition. Just a few months ago, we announced that we, for the first time ever, now we actually have the speech recognition system that match human parity in terms of error rate. There has been this standard data set in the United States called the switchboard data set. That was initially set up by DARPA 25 years ago. So the human error rate is around 5.1%. I'm not even talking about ordinary humans. I'm talking about the professionals who do transcript. With the deep neural nets, with massive computing power, and with the brilliance of our researchers, so we finally reached the human parity in the 5.1%. And the second area I want to talk to you is actually machine reading comprehension or natural language understanding. Last year, we acquired this Montreal-based deep learning company called Maluba. They do amazing work in reading and writing and machine reading comprehension. You will see more and more Maluba technologies getting into Microsoft products in Office, in Bing, and other places. The third area is actually in machine translation. So we have been doing machine translation for a long, long time in our research labs, but now you can get machine translation in many, many products. A few years ago, we shipped the machine translation in Skype Translator. Last year, we actually shipped a Microsoft Translator in iOS and other mobile apps. And just a month ago, with great partnership with Huawei, now we're actually shipping machine translator in those Huawei's flagship phones like Mate 10. And clearly that, with all those comparison data, we see that we now have the most accurate machine translator on any mobile phones today, actually, with Huawei's Mate 10. So those are the really exciting things, in research with the technology, and we move into mainstream products. And I want to talk about the AI platform as well. Just imagine what it would like that if all the developers could use all those cool technology that we have in Microsoft and from our labs. What if we actually make them available, especially through our cloud platform? So we actually have one of the most comprehensive cloud plus AI platforms on the market. There are really three pieces that I want you to understand as we talk about AI platforms. These are the services that we can offer, and there's the infrastructure, there's AI on data and the AI compute, and there's also tools like Visual Studio tools, Visual Studio tools for AI that we recently shipped. And with limited time today, I'm going to just deep dive into some of the services that we are actually already shipping. So first of all, I'd like to share with you that more than 760,000 developers are already using Microsoft Cognitive Services. This is a great set of web APIs. Developers can just take them and weave into their own applications. And it's really great to see the mix of the customers like Molson Coors and the UPS, Aurora Healthcare, how they have been using Microsoft's cognitive services. And we really want to help every developer to become an AI developer. It's not only just our partners. At Microsoft, we use cognitive services too to create unique user experiences. One of my favorites is this little app called Seeing AI. We actually launched it in July. It's an app using computer vision and AI technology to help the blind and the visually impaired. And it's amazing to see that more than 100,000 downloads already happened. And it has a reading of 4.8. It's really very touching to me, how we can actually create apps that people really depend on. And it's a great response from the community. And today we are releasing even more great features for Seeing AI app, such as currency recognition, color recognition, and the light detection. I encourage you to take time after this and stop by their booths and check out. And you will learn the great user design questions there, how you can even take those technology, help people who couldn't really see very well. It makes you think about the design very differently, like using different modalities to help. So this is just one example. The other thing we feel very, very good about, we know, it's really helpful to the developers, is that among all those 30 APIs we already shipped, one of them is called the language understanding service. It's called the LUIS. That is really, really getting very, very popular. And the customers like Dixon's Carphone, Sabre, and the Human Interact, and we really appreciate their help, giving us the feedback and helped us to get the product to certain quality. Today, I'm very happy to announce that LUIS now is GA, is generally available. So it's very, very exciting. And another thing, and I want to talk about today, helping the developers, is actually Azure bot services. Many companies, companies like Progressive, Unilever, Publicis, they want to build the bots and the apps to interact with the customers, with the employees, much like, we talk to each other, just like humans. And we offer the Azure bot service, not only help you to create the bots, but also help you to deploy the bots and also help you to run your bots. And we already have 240,000 developers using Azure bot services, even in the preview format. But today we're announcing that it's GA now. So it's very exciting. And of course, we realize that as we develop AI, we really have to drive the connection with the AI community. And to democratize AI is not just the one company's responsibility, it's really the whole community's responsibility. I'll give you a few examples here, what we have been doing at Microsoft. The first example is this intermediate representation, this thing called ONNX. It's called the Open Neural Network Exchange Project that we started with Facebook in September. It's really an open source format that enables those AI frameworks to interoperate with each other. So this is example number one. The second example is actually what we have been doing with Amazon. It's called Gluon. So Gluon is an AI the framework interface. There are so many AI frameworks out there, and we don't want those developers to be confused. They can choose any of the framework, and they can get help from Amazon and Microsoft to start with something called Gluon to bypass all those complexity without sacrificing any of those speed. And the third example I want to share with you is that we have been making a lot of investments with Microsoft Venture in those leading AI companies, emerging companies there. And there's some great examples I show here, like Element.ai and the Bonsai and the Tect. So those are very exciting activities that we do. And another thing I want to share with you is that we see those vertical solutions and very, very exciting. And especially one example, we actually really push hard at Microsoft together with our partners. That is the business AI solutions for customer services. And I'm sure, at some point of your life, you use customer services, and typically, you use customer services, you spend a lot of time, in the end, you still get frustrated. This is where AI can really come in to help. The system you can imagine is that actually you can have a virtual agent, and you have an agent assistant, and a conversational management tool to bring all those things together. We have great partners like HP, Macy's, and the Australian government Department of Human Services already working with us to deliver those fantastic solutions. So those are really exciting things that we have been doing in Microsoft AI and R. But today I want to focus on everyday AI. I want to talk about what are those practical ways, what are those products that we're already shipping with new and cool AI features to really help everyone every day. So let me start with one of those most pervasive forms of AI. It's called search. And you might say, so what's new in search? I have been using search for a long, long time. And I would argue that search has really moved on. It's no longer just 10 blue links. Now, search can be so powerful with the concepts, with dialogues, with many more things. And at Microsoft, we have built Bing really beyond just a search engine. Bing has helped to build Microsoft Cloud services with all those back-end infrastructure. And Bing has become the foundation for AI for our company. And Bing might be just much bigger than you even think about. And we actually launched Bing in year 2007. And it's now powering over a third of the PC web search traffic in the United States, and continues to grow in the US and worldwide. And it also powers some such experiences from many of our partners, including Yahoo, now with Verizon, LL, Amazon, and the multilingual ability of Twitter and Apple's image search. Of course, through search, we have developed some really foundational AI technologies, especially in natural language understanding. So this is really, a lot of things that we can depend on for the future AI development. So today, I'm very, very excited to introduce 3 new intelligent search capabilities that we're shipping immediately with Bing. The first thing is what we call the intelligent answers. So that utilizes machine reading comprehension to present you with multiple perspectives, share snippets of multiple answers, verify answers across multiple sources, and translates data into easy to understand concepts. So it's not only you see more and more those answers popping up at the top of the search result page from Bing, but you will get a lot more perspective as well. Second, intelligent image search. That enables you to search image within the images by leveraging object recognition. So that's another cool way to find what you are really looking for. The third new feature about the new intelligent search in Bing is what I call the conversational search. That really provides the intelligent suggestions to help you to find what you are really looking for. Very often we understand that we want to search for something, but it's really hard to express. What if we actually turn that experience into more a dialogue? So that's the third thing called the conversational search.